Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and here we are in pursuit of the perfect smart energy meter, and today with the OWL Intuition PV. Now, starting with a quick unboxing experience, we will find inside the package one network OWL gateway plus a power adapter, one sensor with two batteries, AA in this particular case, and then two CT clamps. One will be for production and one will be for consumption. There's also a optional pack, which is the Y cable pack. I did order because I was not really sure if I was type 1 and type 2, and OWL have this nice drawing, but it was a bit confusing to me, so I'll try to explain to you. So basically the difference between type 1 and type 2 is as follows. This is my main circuit breaker for the old system, and what comes out of here is at this moment two circuits. Now, one phase and one neutral will go to this differential right over here, and from here it will feed the whole house. All these circuit breakers right over here and this one as well, which all are parts of my consumption. And right over here what I've got is a separate circuit, so I will have another two wires, phase and neutral, coming out of my mains and then going to this differential right over here, which will feed only the solar. This circuit breaker is just for the meter, and this circuit breaker right over here is for the actual micro inverter. So this means that I've got the type 1 two circuit breakers. In case you guys are wondering if you have type 2, basically what I would need to change to have type 2 is two wires coming directly out of here, neutral and phase, going to one differential, one protection, and then from this one would go for everything, and I would need to eliminate this one right over here, and that means that we have type 2, and in that particular case we will need to use the two sensors for the solar. And I really hope that this small explanation helped you guys to see if you are type 1 or type 2. Now, in terms of the installation, it's really easy. We will just need to follow the instructions which are on the manual, but really quickly, so that you guys have a better feeling, we will need to connect the OWL network to our switch or our router, and we will need to power it on, and we will also need to connect the CT clamps, one to the production and one to the consumption cables in this particular case, and then connect both of them to the OWL sensor. And then the way that this will work is that the CT clamp will see the power that it's coming in from the solar PV or from the consumption. It will transmit to the sensor on its way will transmit to the OWL network, and this one will transmit to our phone or to our computer. Now, in terms of software, in terms of the usability of the system, I really loved it, guys. It was one of the reasons that I did order this setup, because it has everything that I need. It's really simple to use on the phone and on the computer. I can do everything that I want, and the word that I have for it is just great, simple, intuitive. We can see the production, obviously we can see the consumption, we can export graphics, and it has some nice graphics, so in my opinion we don't really need to export anything because we have everything right over there. I can even zoom in on the graphics to see more details. It has an information which is very basic but very useful, how much I'm exporting in real time, so it's really great. And honestly, the first time that I saw this software online, I fell in love with it, and I wanted to use this system and wanted to keep this system because I felt it was the right for me. It didn't have more or didn't have less, it had everything that I needed on a system like this. So the software, I do believe that it's the best thing that we have right over here, and of course everything else that I've mentioned so far. But you ask me, hey Robert, are you going to use that system as your daily thing to measure your consumption and production? And unfortunately the answer is still no, because one of the major points or downsides on this system is that it's really inaccurate. And when I mean inaccurate, it's because there are two things that are fixed, and I'm talking about the voltage and the power factor. We can decide which value to put right over there. In this particular case, 230 in terms of voltage, and power factor we can decide 1 or 0.9, 0.8, but the truth is that those two values are not fixed, and if they are not fixed, this system will not be able to read the values accurately. And what happens is that at this moment I did use it for 20 days or so, trying to measure everything and comparing to my real meter, and of course comparing to other meters that I've got at home, and the truth is that it's really inaccurate. Now, it's not always inaccurate, so it will give us an average and it will give us a reading that will be not far from the truth, but in my opinion is still not the ideal, especially when we are trying to measure things the most as we can, so that we can switch on this and switch off that and so on and so forth. So, and this is the only thing that prevents me to use this particular system. Now you ask me, hey Robert, but is it unusable? No, it's not the worst that I've seen, but it's not accurate because we will have always that margin of error. So guys, this will be something that you will need to decide if you are willing to have this margin of error. And that is it, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful in some way to decide if this is the system for you or not. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto, Jorge, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.